Praise. Who doesn't like to hear an attaboy or attagirl every now and then? It's rewarding, fulfilling, and brightens up your day. The same is true, if not even more so, for kids with learning differences. For these children, compliments, notes of appreciation, high fives, and applause provide validation, motivation, clear expectations, and positive reinforcement. At the Green Family Home in Sanford, Florida, praise is the encouraging fuel that lights the fire in 6-year-old Iman and 10-year-old Sydney, who was recently diagnosed with learning and attention differences.
It was in 2020, during COVID, when we really knew something was different. I had always observed minor tics, and it was really during the pandemic when things started to escalate and they started to become more complex. That's when we took her for testing, and they determined that she did have some differences in learning with Tourette's, ADHD, and general anxiety disorders.
School was becoming more and more difficult for Sydney, who had trouble focusing in highly stimulated environments like the classroom.
School is really hard. Public school is set up for volume of kids to learn. So when kids don't fit the box, it's harder for them to succeed in those environments.
Sydney is an intellectual. She loves information, and she will have a college conversation with you about something she knows to be true. But you're talking about focusing on your homework, and she's having a dialogue with you about biology and the metamorphosis of a caterpillar. So it's real interesting, but at the same time, it's a balance.
One of the ways that proved to help Sydney focus on tasks like homework and household chores is a reward system to help motivate her and celebrate her wins.
The girls both love princesses and things like that. So I started what's called a princess program. And that's the treasure box back there. And so really what it was helping to streamline behaviors and create consistency, so that she could have a visual and have a chart of, hey, these are the things that you absolutely need to do every single day. And if you do these things and you earn so many points, by the end of the week, you get to go in the treasure box. So it became a really good system for both of them to hold each other accountable, because as the oldest, she can be a good example for her little sister, and the little sister, sometimes she holds her accountable. So it can go both ways, but those are definitely things that we use to help keep them on track.
It's kind of like a chart that we use in order to go in the treasure chest. For example, if I clean up my room and help my sister and do my homework and all that stuff, and fill out the chart, then I get to go in the treasure box.
Although the reward system has specific goals in mind, Shannon has learned that the journey to getting there is just as important as the finish line.
The key is praise her process. I'm not big on outcomes, because outcomes are things that we can't always control, but what we can control is our effort. And Dad says something to both of the girls every single morning.
Have fun, focus, and finish. Those are the three things that every morning when I take them to school that they are challenged with and reminded every day with every task, with every situation. Have fun, focus, and finish.
Every single night we do the gratitude check. So what are 3 things that you're grateful for that happened today? So it's a matter of keeping them in the present and practicing that mindfulness of, let's just focus on right now. Let's not think, tomorrow or 2 weeks from now. What are we grateful for today? So we go into the day with the confidence building of focus, finish, have fun, and we end the day with what are we grateful for, and just really try to take it day by day.
But the question arises, what happens when they don't succeed?
So there is a piece of that where we're trying to teach her how to embrace failure. Failure is part of life. You're not going to be successful at everything, but you have to go after it. So then when she does go after something and she gets it, like she got a part in the school play, those are things that build her confidence, and it also teaches her how to just be present, be in her body, enjoy the moment, do something that you didn't think that you could do before. So I thought that was a big one actually for her. I think there is a difference in how you have to define success. I've accepted that the grades may not always reflect what I know her natural intellect is and what her capabilities are. And I know that's the environment and that is the system, that is not her. She's very bright, she's very intelligent, and just feeding that confidence is going to be key for her. So the things that she does excel at with art or with just being an intellectual, really, deep thinker, just feeding that. So she can have the confidence to know that she's going to be successful in life, whatever she chooses to do, and that she's going to have our support 100%.
For A World of Difference, I'm Cindy Peterson.